I put on 25 to 30 kilograms of lean muscle mass in the past 3 years of doing weighted calisthenics. I learned the front lever in about 3 months when I was 12 or 13, and I also learned the 6-second full planche at the young age of 14. I dip 130 kilograms, I can do a 75 kilogram weighted pull-up, I squat 150 kilograms in just 8 months of squatting, and also a little bonus, I can bench 155 kilograms, which I benched at the European Bench Press Championship like 2 weeks ago at the body weight of 72 kilograms. But that doesn't matter at all. What actually matters are the 3 things that made my progress exponential compared to you and 99% of calisthenics athletes. And those are training hard, training smart, and optimizing your lifestyle. But for the sake of this video, I'm only gonna focus on the last 2, which is training smart and optimizing your lifestyle. So listen up, because right now you are going to get the best information out there, because the calisthenics community is really divided. Everyone is preaching something else. One guy is preaching the 2-set method, the other guy is telling you to do 5x5, and then there is this random guy that is only telling you that you can train for 30 minutes a week and get insane progress. So you must agree that everything is cluttered with information. But how do you know which information are you going to pick? Let me quickly teach you a rule of thumb that I've been using since I was small and skinny. It is that I find someone who got where I want to go to, and even a bonus point if that exact same person got other people like me to his place, and he's also relatable to me. So I was skinny, I will listen to someone who started skinny and can dip a lot of weight, for example. So find someone like that. If you want to listen to Ian Barsegal and get a planche looking like this after 7 years of training, go ahead, I'm not gonna stop you. You can click off this video, go and watch his videos, go and follow the really good 2-set method and get that phenomenal planche technique. But if you are still watching, you probably want to get to the level that I got to. So the first thing, how you actually train smart, is not training really hard every single week. You may think like the more you put in, the more you get out. Rich Piana used to say this.
The more you put in, the more you get out.
I agree, but you must take steroids, because steroids help you recover a lot faster and help you to put in a lot more without exhausting yourself. I thought that I need to train to failure every single day in order to get really good results. But what I found out is that you should follow something known as a periodization workout split. More importantly, block periodization. If you don't have any clue what I'm talking about, it is that every single week for like 5 weeks, you train different intensity, different volume. Volume is the amount of reps that you do in a workout. So what would I consider high volume is, let's say, 5 sets of 10 reps is high volume. That's 50 total reps per exercise. And what I would consider low volume is, let's say, 3 sets of 3. That's just 9 reps. So now, how do you periodize your own workout program? How can you take action on this? The first week is going to be, I'm gonna leak my old workout program. This one was that I used to follow for the last 3 months. I changed it like a couple weeks ago because I found out that some things don't work as well. But yeah, the first week is going to be high volume, low intensity. You are going to do max RPE 7 to 8. RPE is the rate of perceived exertion. So in dumb words, it is like how much from 1 to 10 you are exhausted. 10, you are like, the last rep looks like this. I will put one on the screen right now. RPE 7 looks like this. I will put a set on the screen. So let's say you have like 3 or 2 reps in reserve. So it's pretty easy. So the first week is really easy, but we are going to do high volume. You can look at the examples of dips that I do. Mine is a bit lower volume because the more advanced you actually get, because I dip 130 kilograms, so for me doing a bit less volume is actually better. But for you, you don't do, I think in my old workout program, I have like 5 sets of 7. You do 5 sets of 10. You can completely do that. It's going to work better for you. Week 2 is going to be moderate volume, moderate intensity. So you do like 4 by 5, something like that. Then week 3 is low intensity, super high volume. I meant super high intensity and really low volume. So on week 1 you did RPE 7, on week 2 you did RPE 8, on week 3 you are going to do RPE 9 or 10 to failure. Every single set goes to absolute failure. 0 reps in reserve. Now week 5 you are going to rest. You are going to do like even less workouts per week. So I'm used to training 6 times per week. On that, I only train like 3 or 4 times a week. So I really rest. I recover my muscles, but most importantly, your CNS, your central nervous system. Your central nervous system is responsible for sending signals from your brain to your muscles so you can move a shit ton of weight without actually making your muscles that much bigger. And then on week 5, after you are recovered, you can either test your 1 rep maxes, so what I have there, I have like a PR week, or you can do a high volume, high intensity week. So you do like high volume, but you also go to failure. So let's say you do the week 1, exactly the rep ranges, the set ranges, a little bit less sets, so you don't do like 5 sets of 10, you do only like 3 sets of 10, so you only do more reps. And that week is going to be really, really focused on just growing muscle, but not really focusing on neurological adaptation. And then after that, you will just start at week 1 and repeat that all over again. So now, when you know how do you structure your workout program in weeks, what do you actually do in the day of your workout? What should you do on the day when you have dips? Because you shouldn't copy that workout routine. This one is super, super advanced. If you don't dip 130 kilograms or at least 110, don't listen to that routine. Check out this video where I teach you how to set it up in one single day. What should you do in a day? And then after you design a weekly workout split with that, you can go and periodize it, it's called like that, into this monthly schedule. That's how you train smart. That's how you make more progress than 99% of calisthenics athletes. And to drive the point home, let me tell you a quick bro science explanation of periodization. So through week 1 and 2, you are trying to build muscle without exhausting your CNS, your central nervous system. You are recovering your central nervous system and you are just gonna try to build as much muscle as possible. That's why you do high volume. Then on the week 3 and also a little bit on week 2, you are not trying to build muscle, you are trying to CNS adapt the muscle that you've already built. So let's take, for example, the bicep for pull-ups. So let's imagine that you put on a gram of muscle in your bicep in the first 2 weeks. What do you do on the 3rd week? You actually make that gram of muscle really, really useful. And you do that by doing really low volume. So just let's say 3 sets of 3, with the first set for me, it is 120 kilograms for 3 reps. The second set is usually much, much lower, so around 112, and the third set is about 110. And every single one of those last reps is like really, really intense. And that makes the gram of muscle become really, really useful and be as strong as, let's say, 20 grams of muscle. Now, let's get into optimizing your lifestyle. With this workout routine, you will actually make so much progress that you don't even need to optimize your lifestyle. But if you want to become the top 0.1%, you can actually do that. You do it by optimizing your lifestyle. The iceberg of optimization goes really, really deep. I will even put a picture on the screen right now that I posted on Instagram a couple months ago. But let me give you 5 of the most essential optimization tactics. The first one is diet optimization. Make your diet spot on. Get enough macronutrients like proteins and carbs, fats, whatever. Get enough micronutrients, these types of things. But the diet that I recommend to you the most is an animal-based or a ketogenic diet. So you don't eat any processed food and you also eat less processed carbs. So the only carbohydrates I eat are like potatoes, maybe some rice and stuff like that. The next level of optimization is sleep. Sleep is so important. You need to realize that hours of sleep and hours in bed are a completely different thing. People tell you to get 6 or like 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But what if I told you that 7 hours of sleep equals to 8 hours in bed? So if you get the 7 hours of sleep, you are actually getting like 5.5 hours of sleep. And let's say you are 20 years old, that's so low. You are literally chronically sleep deprived. And testosterone and muscle is recovered and built whilst you sleep. So I recommend getting at least 8 to 9 hours in bed. I would also recommend, if you are a teenager, going up to 10 hours in bed. But if you want to increase your sleep efficiency, so you can only be in bed for around 7 hours and get 6.5 hours of sleep, I recommend watching this old ass video. It's probably a year or two old, but there are really good tactics on how to improve your sleep. And sleep goes hand in hand with testosterone. Testosterone optimization is so powerful. The day or the month when I started really optimizing my testosterone, doing everything that I could to remove estrogenics from my environment, to get so much total and free testosterone that I can literally hit PRs super often. I can put on 5 kilograms on my bench press or dips every single month after I already dipped 100 kilograms, where many people tell you that you will put on 5 kilograms in a year. I put on 5 kilograms in a month. And if you want to optimize your testosterone, check out this video right here where I tell you, I think, the 5 most important testosterone boosting hacks that you can implement today. Then, number 4, recovery optimization. I can train bench on one day and dips on the other day. Even on my peak week, which is week 3, which is the high intensity, I should have been sore on my chest. My CNS should be exhausted, but it just isn't. And if you want to learn how to recover faster, make sure to subscribe, because there is a full recovery guide coming soon. But if you want to watch older videos, there are probably 2 over here, or go into the playlist section of my YouTube channel and you will find, like, under recovery those 2 or maybe even 3 videos. Number 5, this goes really deep into the iceberg of optimization, and that is what I call blood maxing. Is that you go to a clinic and you get your blood work done, so you don't waste money on bullshit supplements or bullshit recovery practices. People tell you that sauna is really good for recovery. Guess what? Based on my blood results, I should avoid sauna and do more cold exposure. But I wouldn't know that if I didn't get my blood test done. I wouldn't know which supplements should I take. I wouldn't know that I should stop taking vitamin D and start taking more K2, the MK7 variant, and more magnesium. I wouldn't know these things. I wouldn't know that I should sleep in a colder environment in order to help my recovery. This is so detailed. So if you got the money, I heavily recommend you that you go and get your blood work done and then analyze it and then do the next steps according to that. So if you found this video valuable, there are 2 things you can do to make your progress even better. The first one is that you can go down and check the link in the description, which is my own paid program, when I tell you all of the unfiltered knowledge that I learned over years of training and actually studying, because many people even train for 7 years, but they don't know shit because they haven't educated themselves and they haven't read the studies. They haven't tested out every single workout routine and stuff like that. So if you want to get better at weighted calisthenics, if you want to increase your testosterone, design your own workout split, get better CNS adaptation, get better at calisthenics skills, everything, go down and check it out. Or the next thing that you can do, if you don't want to invest into your education, you can check out these 2 free YouTube videos, which are probably the most valuable ones on my YouTube channel. Bye, take care bro, you got this.